Good morning, guys. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm heading out. Still dark out, as you can see. I've got my headlamp if I need it, but going to continue on my trip, and we'll show you scenes from today. That's the moon up there this morning. It is bright, and it is easy to see the road. So at this point, I'm not pulling out my headlamp. 6:15, still heading out. Been out here for about an hour now. This is the sunrise. The blinking lights you see up there are the red lights. Those are all windmills. But the sun's just starting to come up. You guys still have the sunrise, but I want to do a slow turn here. And I'm sure you can't see all of them, but look at all, come on camera. Look at all the lights out here. So I'm about a quarter turn now. Sorry, the focus keeps going out. So I'm about half turn. Way off there in the distance. The blinking lights way out there. I'm about 3/4 turn. And this is the last quarter. You see all those blinking lights. Every one of those. Sorry, I had to turn off the video there. Every one of those lights is a windmill. I'm not going to try to count them, but there's got to be over 100 easily. So thought that was pretty cool. You wouldn't see that during the day. You might see individual windmills, but you wouldn't see all the lights all the way off in the distance. We got almost 3 miles in. This beautiful sunrise back here behind me. And now you can see the windmills actually turning. But a beautiful sunrise here this morning. This picture makes it look like it's pretty bright. It is not actually as bright as this picture makes it look like. Let me turn around. You can see this is actually brighter than it is on where I'm actually standing. I can now actually see the road really well up front ahead, but it's still pretty dark out here. I mean, not real dark like it was earlier, but the sun is not up for sure. We just climbed to the top of a hill. Of course, we gotta go back down now, of course. That's the way it always happens. But look across the beautiful valley there in this early morning. And then as I roll around this way, there's those windmills again off in the distance. And then behind us, in that bright light, that dark area is actually the mountain back there. Just started going down the hill. Oh, let me put my poles down real quick. Sorry, guys. And you can see the trail as it goes off to that village way down there in the distance. That's where I'm heading. I think that's still about 1.5 miles, 2 miles away. Came to my first town today. While I was here, I grabbed a drink and the sun popped up. So not down to the ground yet, but this building actually has the sun on it. So we're continuing down the street, heading out of town. I'm actually looking for a drinking fountain. I'm told there's one up here on the right, and I'll fill up my water bottle there. So I have water for the day. So I think it's 8 miles to the next town. So I've got about 4 hours of walking. Want to make sure I have plenty of water. I know I have a 1/2 liter in my bag, but my Camelback, the bag that I sipped through the straw, is empty. So to use what I have to take off my backpack. So I'll find a drinking fountain, fill up. I'm told it's up here on the right, and we'll go from there. Thanks, guys, for joining me today. What a difference 20 minutes makes. It has got bright out here. think we're heading up that hill. We're heading that direction anyways. Buen Camino. On my trip, I've seen very few wild animals. But here's a bunny having breakfast this morning at the edge of the straw field. He isn't worried about me, obviously. I am zoomed in on him though, not right up with him. I think that's the first thing I've seen since I saw the fox one of the first days cross my path, but he was quite a ways away from me. The other things I've seen are dogs and cats, and that's it. We're back in farm fields and wind turbines as far as you can see. I think about 4 miles to the next town, so a couple hours. Should be time for lunch then. I'll grab some lunch before heading on. It's a beautiful day. It's in the mid 70s, not bad for hiking. A little cool, but not too bad. It probably hasn't got up to 70s yet. Anyway, hiking along. A lot of other people out today as well. Beautiful day. No, we're still walking. Getting close to a town. It is almost 11 o'clock, so I'm going to do lunch since I didn't do breakfast. Even if I had done breakfast, I'd do lunch. But I'm going to go do lunch here in this town. Antanas? Probably pronouncing that wrong, but that's okay. And when we get down here to the sign, you can see the town down there in the valley. So that's where we're heading. I stopped for lunch. I got a ham and cheese sandwich, a potato chips, and an orange Aquarius. I'm sitting at somebody's table. Hopefully all the seats aren't taken, but it's the only one in the shade. And I really don't want to sit in the sun right now. So I had a seat, and we'll see if they kick me out, but that's okay. We're on our way. It's 11:15. I finished my lunch. It was very good. Heading through town. I have less than 5 miles to go. I was going to look for water. I have a half liter in my pack. For 5 miles, I think a half liter is probably going to be enough, rather than trying to find and carry a lot of weight with water. I think I'm just going to go with what I had. I also had a drink at the bar there, so that will help as well. So I was talking to somebody, and they said the Aquarius is actually Spain's answer to Gatorade. I think it tastes a lot better than Gatorade, from personal opinion, and it's not as sweet. So I'm heading on through town. My town, I think, is the next one. Again, it's in 5 miles. Hey everybody, it's 12:30. I'm about 2.5 miles from my albergue. A little bit of a change of scenery. There's a river, or a creek that runs over there, and you have all those trees along there. Then you have fields. Then on this side, you have hillsides with these scrub pines. And that's what we've been walking through for the last, as I say, I have about 2.5 miles to go to my albergue, that direction, so heading that way. Here's some interesting ruins that we walked through as we walked down the Camino. And it looks like we actually go through the gate, so I will just leave this running for a few minutes, or until I get down there. Hopefully I don't fall down this hill. Look both ways, crossing the street. looks like there's some benches down here too, so I may take a rest. Some more of the ruins. I was wrong. We don't walk through that way. We walk through this way and down the road. More road walking for today. Can't complain. There's been a lot of trail walking today, which I prefer. Hey guys, this is an important point. It may not look very important, but for me, it's important. This is mile marker 200. So I have officially walked 200 miles of the Camino. Heading up this way, you may be able to see the steeple of the church there. That's the town. 1 mile away is my albergue. I'm heading there for the night. See you when I get there. So we get first view of the ruins up on the hill and the church down below. And then we have the city over there. I'm heading over there to my albergue. Hey guys, it's about 4:30. I checked into my albergue about 2 o'clock. Took a shower, washed clothes, sat on the bed and caught up on emails. Seeing what was going on. Spoke to Jen. She was having some issues at home with some stuff that broke over at her mom's house. And just waiting around for dinner. One of the nice things here at this albergue is they have this nice pool that you can soak your feet in. The water is very cold, but it actually feels very good on the feet. So I'm sitting here soaking my feet for a few minutes. I've got wash over there on the line, drying. I've already got some that's dry, but the pants and the socks aren't dry yet. So I'll just sit here and soak my feet. Dinner tonight is at 7. This is the back of the albergue, and I'll show you a little bit later on where I'm staying. So thanks for joining me, and I don't know how long the video is going to be today. It might be a little short. We'll see. So I did the pilgrim's meal again tonight, and tonight it started with the pasta. Second course of chicken and salad and bread and my water. Hey guys, pretty cool. After dinner, they came out and showed us the wine press. I'll show you pictures, and they're talking in Spanish, so you're probably not going to understand it. And I didn't record the entire thing, but basically there's a big log overhead, and there's a screw that goes through that log, and there's a stick that goes through that two people turn and lower that and crush the grapes. They stack them up underneath of there. After that, then they took us down to the wine cellar, and the wine cellar is a 12th century wine cellar downstairs. Had the wooden barrel casks as well as bottles of wine, and they took us into the back room of which the doorway, you actually had to bend over at the waist to go through it, go in, and they had more wine bottles there, and they showed us the original stairs that came down into the winery. In addition, there was another back room, and you'll see that actually goes over to the neighbor's property and was part of the original wine cellar as well. So it's pretty cool. Don't know how the sound's going to be, but I just gave you a description of what we saw, and hopefully you can make out what each of the pieces are. Thanks for joining me.
Volunteer. Brent, you're our athlete here.
Así. Así. Así.
Instrucciones, foto. Instrucciones, hay que dramatizar, hay que... sudando, ¿eh? A ver, ¿cómo es? Sudando, ¿eh? No, sí, es que me suena.
Igual que en casa.
Oh,
that's what I hear at home.
Yeah. Buenas noches. Hasta mañana. Goodbye. Good night. Buenas noches. Buenas noches.
So this is going in down to the wine room.
It's unbelievable.
Barrels here. There was a whole nother room.
Yeah,
Section.
and it's the village next, the house next to, is
Oh,
the
the
neighbors.
house next
Yeah,
door.
at the
Oh,
end.
okay. Thank you.
Qué bonita. Uy, qué bonita.
Wow.
Muy bonita. ¿No se está quemando las manos cuando la agarra?
No, esta no, pero esta levanta más o menos así. ¿Eh? Esta es muy romántica.
So we're going into the next room. I don't think this doorway was made for me.
Bueno,
Sí, Indiana Jones.
sí. Seguimos. Estamos en las...
No more enemy.
Esta es una puerta de defensa, door de defensa, de communication castle, mejor dicho, no castle. La galería, gallery, con exit, salida, exit.